let me tell y'all about Kristina. 38-year-old
Kristina, y'all, make sure you follow Kristina. Go subscribe to Kristina because she's pinned down in the description. Shout out to Kristina Randall. Here we go.
Kristina Joksimovic was born in Binningen, Switzerland. Kristina was a model and she first became quite well known back in 2003 when she won the Miss Northwest Switzerland competition. She would go on to become a finalist back in 2008 in the Miss Switzerland competition as well. Now, outside of modeling, Kristina had a really successful career in IT recruitment. After competing, Kristina went on to become a coach for other inspiring models and other business women. She referred to herself as the catwalk coach.
The catwalk coach. Aaliyah, thank you. Damn, y'all, 4 left. We can get it. TikTok, hit the follow button. Come over to YouTube, the Mystery Project on YouTube. Come watch this video with us.
And I'm telling you, try it yourself. But as you can see, Kristina made YouTube videos to promote her coaching abilities, and she also had an Instagram account. Now, as a coach, Kristina gained recognition when she trained a very well-known model named Dominique for the Miss Universe pageant that Dominique went on to win back in 2013. I mean, you can imagine the honor. She taught her how to do the walk, and then she actually won Miss Universe. Kristina really enjoyed her young adult life, and she was really looking forward to becoming a wife and starting her own family.
Man, we're crazy as hell saying Miss Universe. You know, there's some alien life out there somewhere that's like, oh, really? Y'all think that you can just claim the universe, huh? You didn't see my wife over here. She's got 17 eyeballs and 14 hands. That's an alien joke, and it was really dumb. Let's continue.
When she married her husband, a 41-year-old man named Thomas. Now, Thomas is not—
oh, hell, Thomas, what the hell did you do?
his actual name, but we'll get into that more later. But the media has put his name out as Thomas. Okay, so we're gonna say Thomas for now.
It's pronounced Thomas.
Thomas was a successful entrepreneur who made quite a good living. Now, together, they lived in Kristina's hometown, Binningen, which was a wealthy
Natrox in the house. You were Miss Universe once. I know. I remember.
Area just outside of Basel. They would go on to have 2 daughters together just over a year apart, and they had one in 2020 and one in 2021. Kristina shared her love for being a mother on her Instagram account. I mean, the photos that she would post are so what people would call Instagram worthy. She said that her daughters were her whole entire world. Now,
Instagram worthy?
I know that I say this all the time. I mean, we're talking about this more and more lately, but it's just an important fact I feel like to continue to bring up. But according to family and friends, they all thought that Kristina and Thomas had the perfect marriage. But as I usually say,
how dare you?
The what? You what?
In these stories, they definitely did not. Earlier this year, 2024, friends say that they noticed that Kristina and Thomas seemed to be arguing a lot, okay? There are even reports of the police coming out to their home after reported like DV incidents. But at the same time, Kristina had been posting photos of her and Thomas together online while they were on vacation, and they looked completely fine and totally in love. So no one seemed too concerned, at least not until Kristina's parents hadn't heard from her in a few days.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Oh, there's reports of people coming, police coming and yelling and screaming, but oh, the pictures that you post look okay, so we're not concerned. That is crazy as hell.
Which was completely unusual for Kristina. And as you can imagine, if you're a family member and you're not super duper close, and sometimes even when you are close to your adult children, they don't want to tell you every little thing that's going on behind the scenes, because typically they're hoping that it's going to change, that it's going to get better, and then that way they're not tainting their parents' view on their partner. So even though there was rumors
What?
going around about the two of them having these altercations behind closed doors, you'd look on Kristina's Instagram and you'd see these beautiful photos of them together. And everybody thought, oh, okay.
The social media isn't real. It's not real. It's fake. Oh my God. It's all fake.
They're fine. They're in love. Look, they're on vacation.
No, it's fake.
And again, they're holding hands here. They've got the girls here. You get it? All right. Well, in February of this year, 2024, Kristina's father said that he had been contacted by Kristina's daughter's daycare, saying that Kristina had not shown up to pick up her daughters.
Oh,
and
hell.
This was extremely concerning for Kristina's fathers because this was completely unlike her. Now, like I said before, her children were her whole entire world. She had never just not shown up to pick them up from daycare. We're talking about a huge red flag here. So Kristina's father called Thomas and asked him where Kristina was. Now, according to Kristina's father, Thomas was very nonchalant about the whole situation and said that he wasn't exactly sure where she was, and said that Kristina would sometimes just randomly like up and leave the home without telling him where she was going. So he was just totally like, oh,
Lord.
she didn't show up? Okay, all right, whatever. Well, yeah, she does this all the time. She leaves, she takes off, whatever. Now, after Kristina's father went up and picked up her two daughters, he took them back to Kristina's home, tucked the girls into bed, and then they went home. Kristina's father went back to the house at some point and started looking around to see if he could find anything to indicate where Kristina had gone. Several days started to go by at this point, okay? And no one had
Several days? What? That is crazy.
Heard from Kristina. This is when Kristina's father came across a trash bin that was out in the garage. And I want y'all to think about this. Like, this man is out searching through everything, looking for clues. He finds this trash bin in this external garage area, and he sees blonde hair hanging out of it. When he opened up the trash bin,
oh, hell.
This is where he saw Kristina, his daughter's decapitated head inside of it. According to reports, Kristina's father...
You what?
That is crazy. He's out looking in the garage and he just finds her head. Man, you gonna burn in hell, Thomas or Tomas or whatever the hell your name is.
Father ran out of the garage screaming and stopped a passerby and asked them to call 911. You can imagine his heart is pounding. He's in complete shock at what he just saw. When the investigators arrived back to the house, they say that they were shocked at what they found. According to medical experts, Kristina had been strangled before she was dismembered with a jigsaw, a knife, and a pair of garden shears. Investigators say that parts of Kristina's body were then pureed in a blender and dissolved in a chemical solution. Thomas,
you crazy as hell. You watch way too much Breaking Bad. You watch way too much Dexter. This is nuts.
Was arrested later that day after Kristina's remains were found in the garage. Now, during his interrogation, initially, Thomas said,
Darlene, thank you. Y'all were almost there. This case, it's Kristina Joksimovic. I think is how you say it.
That he found Kristina.
If you come over to YouTube, you can actually find the link to the original video too. The Mystery Project on YouTube. Come find it, subscribe, click the link that's in the bio, you'll see it.
Deceased by the stairs, and in a panic, he decided to dispose of the body. But then Thomas changed his story and said, nah, I actually want to confess to actually ending Kristina's life, because he said that he did it in self-defense because Kristina was coming after him. He said that she actually had
what? Morena, thank you.
Knife, and that he had no other choice but to end her life. Now, when he was asked why
didn't you call police right then?
He went as far as he did after the fact by like completely putting her into pieces. Thomas said that he panicked and that he didn't know what else to do with her body, which is absolutely ridiculous, but let's keep going here. Now, Switzerland has some pretty strict laws about what information can come out to the public during an active investigation. So that's why the name Thomas has been inserted when he has another name. I would really love to just put his other name out there because you can find it in some media sources. But since I know that they have these laws and this is the way that they do their investigation, I'm going to roll with Thomas just out of respect here for the way that Switzerland is doing their investigation.
Oh, damn. I thought that dude had a crazy ponytail right there. Y'all see what I'm seeing? That looks crazy as hell. I thought that dude was rocking like the 18th century man bun looking ponytail thing.
But
Darlene, thank you. One left, y'all.
His real
if you can't see it on TikTok, but you can see it on YouTube. If you come over to YouTube, it's The Mystery Project. Come find the channel. You can see it. Go to like 37 minutes, 30 seconds. You'll see what I'm talking about. Darlene, thank you. We hit it. Y'all are the best.
Name is not Thomas. So these strict laws, this is what's been made public so far, and it's not a lot. The investigators performed a crime scene reconstruction, and they determined that there was absolutely no evidence to support Thomas's claims of self-defense. They also said that
probably because it was bullshit.
Forensic evaluation of Thomas's phone revealed that Thomas had been watching YouTube videos as he was literally disposing of Kristina's body. He's just
hell, you crazy
sitting there watching YouTube videos like it's just a regular old Saturday morning, I guess. A forensic mental evaluation was done on Thomas, and this revealed that he displayed sadistic, sociopathic traits. Prosecutors have said that Thomas lacks empathy and that they believe that he is completely cold-blooded and he has a high level of criminal.
Well, he put parts of her in a blender and left her head in the garage trash can. So, yeah, that seems to check out.
Energy since he's been even arrested. Now,
Jennifer, can you imagine?
Now, it seems that Thomas will be claiming that he was not guilty by reason of mental insanity.
Oh, hell, man.
Experts say that they do not think that this tactic will work.
This is, I mean, to me, this is like beyond grotesque. And I think, yes, we've seen dismemberment cases before. We have the Brian Walsh case in Massachusetts right now. But when you start to take it to the nature of the tools that were used, which is not going to be quick by any stretch of the imagination, and then you take it to the next level of physically moving those body parts, not disposing of them, but putting them into a blender, pureeing them with chemicals, there's a lot of intent and premeditation that goes into that it just speaks volumes about the nature of the crime, that the level of hostility.
Crazy as hell.
Like not a strong enough word for what happened here. It really is incredibly violent and feels incredibly invasive on a lot of levels.
And it has also come out that this isn't the first time that Thomas has been violent. That alleged DV.
Oh, you mean he didn't start with putting people in a blender? Oh, shocker.
The incident from earlier in this video we were talking about was apparently a time when Thomas
it's good to see you.
Had told Kristina.
Oh, hell, yep, you can burn hell for that.
According to an ex-girlfriend, Thomas had also at some point grabbed Kristina by the neck and slammed her head into a wall. Now, the latest update is that now Thomas is asking to be released pending his trial. So far, all of his requests have been denied. And according to reports, Kristina and Thomas's daughters are being taken care of by Kristina's sisters. Thomas says that he hopes to get out and to reunite with them.
Man, you about to reunite with Jesus.
Kristina was beloved by so many people, not only her friends and her family, but also by people in the Swiss modeling community. They say that her work as a coach changed so many lives.
Right. Darlene, thank you for the super chat too. You came over to YouTube as well. Thank you.
And that she will never be forgotten. I also saw a report that was done by a news source here that allegedly interviewed a couple of her friends and said that he would always encourage her to like go out, that he wanted to be alone with the girls. And she would constantly be calling to check on them. And it's like
Oh,
he
hell.
did not want her to talk to them. But then he turned around and said that she would always take off for days. There's something funny that was going on there. Something very fishy. And I wonder if it will come out depending on how much information Switzerland will release. But I don't care who you are. I don't care
Ooh, hit us with it, Kristina.
if a person comes after you, if it's self-defense, those things can be dealt with. When you take the time to literally use a jigsaw or a hacksaw or anything and dismember a person, the amount
Yeah,
of
that is crazy as hell.
time and strength and everything that goes into that, like it's just a regular old Saturday, you got issues. It's way beyond.
Issues? That's way beyond issues.
I don't know. He's very dangerous. If all of these allegations are true, it's alleged until I guess he's found guilty. And I could not find what his sentence would be over there if he is found guilty. If anybody watching this knows, please leave it down in the comment section. I would love to know, like, the truth. If you're there and you're following this story and you know what the sentence will be, I really hope it's not going to be one of those places where it's like 7 years and they're out. Horrifying.
Oh, hell.
I think it's just another reminder that to not ignore, and none of this is Kristina's fault, obviously, but to not ignore those red flags. Like when somebody goes as far as to do what he had already done to her multiple times, you got to get out. You got to get away. You got to get your babies and you got to get out.